Hey everyone, another Q&A today, and this one is one single question. We decided to do a single dedicated video to it because it's quite a complex question. And the question is, how does the pegging mechanism of the standard protocol work? And it's like this, that our closest competitor, which is MakerDAO, have a stability fee, which is like an interest rate, right? So when people lock up assets and issue themselves DAI or stablecoins, if that stablecoin drops below the peg, what happens is that they will lift interest rates across the whole network, and then people go, oh geez, I borrowed a whole bunch of DAI, that interest is getting a little bit high for me, I'm going to pay back my debt. So these people will go onto third-party exchanges and start buying back DAI, sending them to the smart vaults to burn. Now, of course, this buying pressure lifts the, of course, more demand lifts the price, right? And it's the same thing if DAI goes above the peg, then they will lower the interest rates. More people go, ooh, that's cheap. They'll start borrowing more from themselves, flood the market, more supply, the rate drops. So this is why it's called a soft peg. It sort of floats around and they keep playing with the interest rates. Very, very similar to what central banks do. So how does the standard protocol differ from MakerDAO? Well, we just didn't feel comfortable as we start to build out the new alternative monetary system of the world, the new standard in stablecoins. We didn't feel comfortable with that standard at the base layer having an interest rate. It was very much like the legacy banking system. This is pretty much how central banks work. And so it didn't sit right. So we had to think about how do we offer 0% interest and still keep the peg. This is a really interesting problem. So what we decided to do was think about what really does, how do you peg something? Well, you peg something in that one S euro or one US USD or one S British pound has to equal one of that same unit in something else. So if you have one S euro, you want to make sure that you can buy 1 euro worth of Ethereum or tokenized gold or some other token. By doing that, that's really the ultimate peg, right? So how do we accomplish this? Well, we are running what's called an IBCO, which is an initial bonding curve offering. You can think of it like an initial minting event. When we do this, we allow people to place Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDC, USDT, or DAI into a smart contract, and as that smart contract fills up with volume, what they get in return is S euro under market, so at about 80 cents. And as that fills up, the S euro goes from 80 cents, that discount gets less and less until it reaches 1. And that 1-to-1, once we're at 1-to-1, that stability pool is full. So now you've got a whole bunch of liquidity sitting in a pool that will always buy back the S euro at 1. There's a second stage to IBCO because, as you'll probably calculate, we're slightly under collateralized at this point. So the second stage will fix that, but this video isn't about that. The fact is that now you have a pool where you can always swap 1-to-1 for this S euro. And that's the main pegging mechanism. Once we have this liquidity pool, we'll be launching the private smart vaults. So these private smart vaults will allow people to then lock up assets and borrow money from themselves at 0 interest, because they can borrow those assets with no repayment deadlines or anything like that, and no interest. And they don't need to peg because they can always use that stability pool to keep the peg. So I know that's a lot to take in, and that's why we're creating a proper animated video to do with that issue of pegging. But it's a very, very exciting mechanism. I think it's really the ultimate mechanism to keep a peg. It's not only gets away from the soft peg of DAI, it makes it more of a hard peg while enabling the protocol to offer 0% in issuance of new stablecoins, which is a really exciting move forward. Anyway, my name's Joshua Shigella. Thanks for coming. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join the Discord because there's a lot of stuff happening there. And also check out the referral program where we're giving away like almost $1.5 million worth of bonuses. So yeah, please join up and I'll see you around.